we are mistaken. We tend to say that Quran, it's the script and the symbols that we have in the book. That is not Quran. Quran, or to understand this in easier words, we could say it in this way. For example, the light of the sun. Now, what is the heat up there? It's millions of degrees Celsius. But what we find on this earth, the hottest place, it might be 50, 60 degrees Celsius. So that heat, that immense heat of the sun, it has reduced so much till that it has reached this earth. Now to understand Quran. Quran again, the ulama, they say that it has passed through 1,000 filters, 1,000 layers, so that we are able to understand it, so that we are able to perceive it. Now this is something, now even after passing through thousands of layers, still we don't understand. Why is that? The impact of Quran, it was so immense on Rasulullah that the first time when it was revealed on him, Rasulullah, he faints. Riwayat, they say that on some occasions, this wahy, or this revelation of Quran was as such that sometimes it was with the mediation of Jibreel, and sometimes without the mediation of Jibreel. For example, Surah Ma'idah, that's what they say, that it was without the mediation of Jibreel. It was revealed to Rasulullah without Jibreel. And when Quran is revealed to Rasulullah with Jibreel, it was easier for him to grasp it. But when it was without Jibreel, it was tough on him, and you find that Rasulullah faints. It's like having that huge big electric shock without any filters, without any fuses in between. So Quran, it's great. And we have to try and do something so that we understand Quran, we benefit from Quran. And again, with reference to Quran, for example, Josh and Kabir, it has 1,001 names of Allah. Quran again, in a sense, it is the names of Allah which has been filtered and it has been given to us in this way. We have to learn to read Quran. Now we believe that when a person dies, the performance report, it closes. The a'mal, no matter what they are, they never continue unless there is something which he has left behind, as a result of which, like Sadaqat Jariyah, a book which he has written, the thawab of that continues. Imam says to Hafs, riwayat from our 6th Imam, he says that Hafs, a person who has not learned to read Quran during his lifetime, says that Hafs, a person who did not learn to read Quran during his lifetime, that Quran ulima fi qabrih. Now this is for someone who is among the mu'mineen, among the awliya of Ahlul Bayt, that someone who did not learn to read Quran during his life, he will be taught Quran in his grave. Now when he is going to be taught Quran in his grave, it is not as such that it's going to increase the performance report of that individual. No, the performance report, it just closes over there. He will be taught Quran in his grave so that his ma'rifah regarding the Quran increases. And then he will regret that I wish I had learned Quran whilst I was alive. So again, that is another bonus that we have, that we are learning to read Quran so that a person benefits from that Quran so long as he is alive in this dunya. And when that impact is got by an individual, and that is by learning Quran, he benefits. Quran says that inna sanulqi alayka qawlan thaqila, that Allah says to Rasulullah that I am sending, revealing to you a word which is heavy, which is tough, which is mighty, and which is weighty. Again, if you look into the ayat of Quran, it is not as such that the ayat of Quran are just mere words. They are an existence on their own, they are a creation on their own. For example, it is mustahab that when you say your prayers, wajib prayers, now if you look into the ta'qibat in namaz, the ulama have written, they say that after your wajib prayers, you recite Suratul Hamd once, and you recite Ayatul Kursi after that. You recite the 26th, 27th ayah of Surat Al Imran, and again the 29th ayah, Shahid Allahu Annahu La ilaha illa huwa wal malaikatu wa ulul ilm qa'iman bil qist. That one, and the other one after that. Now, why do we recite these ayat after namaz? There's a beautiful hadith, again a hadith al-Qudsi. Says that when Allah wanted to reveal these ayat, these 4 ayat, says that He says that Lamma amar Allah hadhihi al-ayat an yahbitna ila al-ard, that when He wanted these 4 ayat to be revealed onto this earth. The ayat, they speak to Allah. So it's we understand that it's not just words. So they have an existence, they talk to Allah. Now what do they talk? They say that Qulna ay Rab, O God, ila ayna tahbituna, where do you want to send us? Ila ahli al-khataya wal-dhunub, to the people who are going to sin and do wrong, you want to send us, that is these ayat, to the earth, to the people who sin and who commit these sins. And then Allah says that فَأَوْحَى اللَّهُ إِلَيْهِنَّ أَنِ اهْبِطَنْ, Allah orders to the ayat, commands them, go down, descend. Where? فَوَعِزَّتِي وَجَلَالِي, and then says, by my dignity, by my might. Says that وَجَلَالِي لَا يَسْلُبَنَّكُنَّ مِنْ آلِ مُحَمَّدٍ وَشِيعَتِهِمْ, that none from among the Al Muhammad and the followers of the Al Muhammad, they will not seek these ayat, that is, they won't recite, that is, after the prayers they recite these ayat, that is, the 4 ayat, Surah Al-Hamd, Ayatul Kursi, and these 4 ayat of Surah Al Imran. Says that if they, after their wajib prayers, fi kulli yawmin, every day, fi kulli yawmin, every day, fi kulli yawmin, illa nadartu ilayhim bi'ayni al-maknuna, that when mu'mineen recite those ayat after their wajib prayers, Allah says that I will look at them with my sight. That is, Allah Himself, He will look at them. Now what happens when He looks at them? بعيني المكنونة في كل يوم 70 مرة 70 نظرة, that I will look at them 70 times at those mu'mineen. And every time I look at them, I will fulfill 70 of their hajat. That is, as a result of reciting these ayat after every wajib prayer. And then says, وَقَبِلْتُ مَا كَانَ فِيهِ مِنَ الْمَعَاصِي, and no matter what sins they may have had committed during their lifetime, I will forgive all of their sins. As a result of these ayat which are to be recited after every wajib prayer. So, knowing Quran, reading Quran, having ma'rifat of Quran, and then it has that miraculous effect which Allah Ta'ala says in these ayats. Again, with reference to the same ayat, we find that as these ayat were revealed initially by Allah Ta'ala, the same thing happens that on the Day of Judgment, you find that these ayat, when on the Day of Judgment, when everyone will be resurrected, says that these ayat also will be resurrected. That is the verses of Allah. And mankind who are present over there, when they look at these ayat, they say that they don't belong to us. They should be from among the mu'mineen. And then they ascend to the mu'mineen. Mu'mineen say that they don't belong to this group. They might be among the shuhada. Again, these ayat, they start ascending. As initially they were descending from the arsh to this earth, they start ascending. And then shuhada, they say they don't belong to us. They are not the right match for this group. They might be among the